Hey folks, welcome back to Canada's Boxing Channel, and welcome back to another work week for those of you who are lucky enough or possibly unlucky enough to have jobs. Well, this weekend's boxing, saved by Inoue, thankfully, generally across the board has received very unfavorable press. Not only have we on here been lamenting the very, very poor New York Times Square performance and the Riyadh performance, but Oscar De La Hoya, the 11-time champion in 6 weight divisions and now promoter, has taken to social media to criticize not just Canelo, who he's had this sort of long-standing beef with. He used to promote Canelo, and so there's obviously bad blood with them. He said that Canelo sort of sets the standard and people follow Canelo. And so if Canelo performs poorly, then other people do. But so not only was he critical of Canelo Alvarez, which was entirely predictable, really, he was highly critical of Ryan Garcia, Jose Ramirez, Arnold Barboza Jr., Devin Haney. I mean, some of those people are promoted by Oscar De La Hoya. The overall lack of action definitely frustrated him. De La Hoya was saying that he feels, in fact, I'm going to read you exactly what he said. That way, it's not me just sort of paraphrasing. I'm here in the Bahamas disrupting my vacation because I just have to speak on the 11 fights that I just saw with no knockouts. So that's 11 fights between Friday and Saturday, right? Let's give credit where it's due. He's crediting now Rolly Romero. You came out and fought, had a great win. I'm happy for you. I really am. You're a nice kid. Teofimo Lopez, was the only one that probably came out and tried to entertain the fans of what he had to work with. And I feel bad for Turkey Al-Sheikh, of course, is whom he's speaking about. I really do. He's paying all this money to the fighters to show up and fight and give the fight fans what the fans deserve. And those are great fights. I mean, on paper they were, right? You had the glitterati of American boxing. And so De La Hoya continues, show up, not just dancing around like Bill Haney and Devin Haney. I mean, Bill Haney wasn't fighting, but anyways. My gosh, he was tagged a couple of times by Ramirez and he just gets on his bicycle and just starts running for his life. Jesus. Anyway, he's done. Talking, no doubt, about Devin Haney. Now, the Ring magazine was reporting some stats. He said the Haney fight included only 503 combined punches thrown in 12 rounds. The 4th lowest total of punches attempted in a 12-round fight. Garcia, who was favorite to defeat Romero, they combined to throw a mere 499 punches. That's the 3rd lowest in CompuBox history. So De La Hoya questioned the motivation of the participants. And this is where he took that extra dig at Canelo. It starts from the top. When you're fighting for the money and not legacy, every young fighter just follows that pattern, and it's not fair. It's not fair to the organizers, the people putting up the money, the promoters, the fans, especially. The fans want to see good fights. Let's go. It's the fighter's job to give the fight fans good fights. It's teed up for everybody. Turkey's bringing out his wallet and paying everybody, and the least we can give him is good fights. Go out there and fight. Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to disagree with Oscar De La Hoya when he says that, really. The fights were incredibly poor, as we've said here, a number of times. And, the question is, are people being paid too much money? I put up a post earlier Canelo and Skull set a new CompuBox record for throwing the fewest combined punches in a 12-round contest, 445. And I read somewhere that, Joe Joyce and Filip Hrgovic threw more punches in their fight. So two big, lumbering, strapping heavyweights threw more punches than these welterweights, super middleweights, people who should be just peppering each other. So, yeah, it was poor. I've asked the question on another video, are we simply paying fighters too much money? I know that sounds ridiculous, right? There's a lot of fighters are starving to death, so to speak, not getting paid much money at all. But are we paying these superstars too much? Are they now so wealthy and so powerful that they don't need to fight? If you've got multiple millions of dollars in the bank, are you really going to try? Clearly, Inoue, who I would assume has lots of money, he did try. And Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn, both of whom are not poor, definitely tried. But are some of these American fighters in particular, are they now so wealthy that they sort of thumb their nose and go, whatever, I'll just dance around the ring a little bit? I honestly don't know. I'm interested to know what you think. Anyways, there we go. Oscar De La Hoya, with an agenda, of course. He's not an entirely, even-handed, unbiased guy, but he has made it very clear how disappointing all this was. I wouldn't be surprised if Turki Al-Sheikh takes to social media to say something, because he's got to be irritated by this. I mean, this is all about, I know he's not, trying to make money, although he's obviously trying not to lose money. But money might not be the most important thing to him, but he's trying to do something with this sport to enhance the reputation of Saudi Arabia, etc. And I suspect that he wants to see value for money. He's no different to you or I. If we hire somebody, we expect them to do a good job. Turki Al-Sheikh would not be a stupid person, right? Forget what you might or may not think about him or his regime or whatever. He's hired people to do a job. I suspect that he wants that job to be done properly and to be entertaining. And when people are across the board saying, that was terrible, that was crap, we don't like that, that's rubbish, I suspect that Turki Al-Sheikh is not best pleased. That's just my take. Let me know what your take is. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and wherever you are, have a fabulous day. Enjoy the work day if you're working. Enjoy the bank holiday if you're in the UK. I think it's a bank holiday long weekend there, so enjoy that. Thank you so much for watching as always. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.